Shalom, shalom, Yisrael.
Shalom, shalom.
I'm Baruch, this is Mordecai, and we are Shema Yisrael. This comes from Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4, when Moses said to the children of Israel, "Hear, O Yisrael, Yahweh our Elohim, Yahweh is one." And the hear in there, the Shema, it has a three-part meaning. It doesn't just mean to listen, it means to hear, understand, and then obey. All this is inside of that one word. And so that's what we're here to do, is hear by reading the word of the Most High, understand by the understanding of the scriptures, you see what I'm saying, and to obey. Once we understand, obey, because this is what Yah holds us accountable for. Today we're here to talk about the Sabbath. The title of today's lesson is The Sabbath, Yah's Endless Covenant. So we're going to start off today with 2 Peter chapter 3 verses 15 through 17. Brother Mordecai is going to read that for us today.
Yeah, 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 15. We're talking about how in Paul's day scriptures were often twisted and to their own destruction. So we're going to see what Paul has to say about that. And account that the long suffering of our master is salvation, even as our beloved brother Paul also according to the wisdom given unto him hath written unto you. As also in the epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable wrest or wrestle. They deal with these things because they are unlearned and unstable. And it says, as they do also the other scriptures unto their own destruction. Ye therefore, beloved, seeing ye know these things before, beware lest ye also, being led away with the error of the wicked, fall from your own steadfastness. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important that when we're reading in these scriptures and we're studying in these scriptures, that we're praying and asking for proper interpretation of these scriptures. Let's not take these scriptures and epistles. Let's not twist them to our own destruction.
Make them fit what we want them to fit.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we have a clip we just want to play. It's from a local church. You might have heard this spoken before or preached before in your church, and you probably can relate to what's being said. So we just want to play this clip and see if you can relate to these things that are being taught in this day and time. Okay?
They will speak about the Sabbath. Hello? They'll begin to, there is no Sabbath in Christianity. I said there is no Sabbath in Christianity. The Sabbath and the law was nailed to the cross. Hello? There is no Sabbath in Christianity. We worship on Sunday, the first day of the week. You can read your Bible and find that out. Hello? Well, the Sabbath, man. You know what? Quit lying to yourself. Say, Pastor, wait, you serious? Yeah, I'm serious.
After that clip, I'm sure some of you might have some smiles on your faces, and some of you might have frowns. As he clearly said, there is no Sabbath in Christianity. Basically, it's done away with. Jesus done away with the Sabbath day. First of all, I'd just like to say before we proceed is that we're not wrestling against the person. We're wrestling against these deceptive lying spirits. You see what I'm saying? This is the work of Satan himself. So we're not wrestling against flesh and blood in this thing, and we're not doing personal attack. We're attacking these spirits. You see what I'm saying? This is spiritual warfare that we're fighting here, and it's no joke. So I just want to make that clear before we start this. And we want to start by going to Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 through 3. We're going to start at the old, or the quote-unquote old, and we're going to go to the new. Because you got to know where you started to know where you're going or where you're at. So we're going to start with the beginning and understanding how important this Sabbath is to the Most High, Yahweh, and not just to us. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go to Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 through 3. And we're reading out the King James Version. We do read out of other translations sometimes, but King James is more known or more widely used, so we're going to use that. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And the seventh day Elohim ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Elohim blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Elohim created and made. One thing I want to bring out here is that a lot of people say, well, what's so important about that day? Is it any different from any other day? I can praise, or I can do this on any other day. Well, first of all, this is the only day that you read in the scriptures that the Most High Yahweh blessed. You see what I'm saying? He set that day apart and sanctified it. So he set it apart and he blessed it. That's what makes it different from every other day. I didn't do that. This is what the set apart book said. You see what I'm saying? He blessed this day. Okay? All right, now we're going to go to Exodus chapter 20, verses 8. And Brother Mordecai is going to read that for us today.
Right. Okay. Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Obviously, we're dealing with the Ten Commandments here. We're dealing with these commandments that Yahweh gave to Moses, and he came down off of the mount and to give to the children of Israel. So starting at verse 8, it says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahweh thy Elohim.
Of who?
Yahweh thy Elohim.
Okay.
In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son nor thy daughter, thy manservant nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them is, and rested on the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So clearly we see Yahweh blessed the seventh day. This hasn't changed, folks, but we're going to get into that.
Okay, I just want to read the definition for Sabbath. If you have the strongest Strongs, which most people use that, it's number 7673 in the concordance. It means to rest, to come to an end, to disappear or cause to cease. So he Sabbath, or he ceased from his work. You see what I'm saying? It don't mean like rest as he took a nap, but he ceased from that work as far as the creation. Okay? And in the Webster's, it was interesting when I looked it up, because this is what I got in the Webster's, in the Old Webster's Dictionary, which most people use. It says, the first day of the week, the Christian analog of Jewish Sabbath. Okay? The first day of the week. So we know the first day of the week, if you look on the calendar, it reads from left to right. It is Sunday is the first day of the week. If you don't know what analog means, it says the first day of the week, the Christian analog of the Jewish Sabbath. Analog means something similar but different in origin and structure. Now, if that don't speak volumes to you, different in origin and in structure, because clearly Yahweh set this in line. Well, we're going to get that as far as it being everlasting, but that says origin and in structure. First day of the week, Sabbath, was instituted by Pope Constantine in the year 325 by the Council of Nicaea. You can look at any encyclopedia, you can go online and look it up. You need to do your own research, because the truth is there. Do you want the truth? It's out there, okay? And you can find when the Christian quote-unquote Sabbath was instituted. Not of Yahweh, but of Constantine, okay? All right, now we're going to go to Genesis chapter 26, verse 5. This is for all you people that say, well, they didn't have no law. Abraham didn't have no law. We're blessed because of Abraham. We're in the seed of Abraham. You know, he didn't have any law. There was no law when it came to Abraham. Well, let's read and see what the word of Yahweh says about that. 26 verse 5. It says, because that Abraham obeyed my voice, kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes and my